Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today I have an amazing story for you, one that shows how a tiny act of kindness can change many lives. Imagine this, a billionaire, a man with more money than most of us can even dream of, travels all the way to a far-off, dusty village. There he visits a very poor family who did something wonderful. They gave the gift of a heart. Yes, you heard that right. They donated a heart to save someone's life. But what happened when the billionaire met them shocked everyone. Stay with me as we explore this incredible journey of love, science, and hope. Let's travel to a small village, hidden among rolling green hills and dusty paths. In this village, life is simple. The houses are made of mud bricks and thatched roofs, and everyone knows one another. In one humble home lives a Roman family. They do not have a lot of money, and their life is filled with hard work. Yet what makes this family very special is the size of their hearts. One day the town learned about a very brave act. A young member of the Rahman family, who was healthy and full of life, made a decision that very few would make. Even though his own life was good, he volunteered to donate his heart to help save someone who was very sick. You might wonder, what does it mean to donate a heart? Well, the heart is like a strong pump that pushes blood and oxygen around our bodies. When a person's heart stops working or has a serious problem, doctors can sometimes use a healthy heart from another person to save their life. This is called a heart transplant. It is a very serious and very brave choice. In the Rahman family, the act was not done for money or fame. They did it simply because they cared deeply about others. Their small act of love soon spread like wildfire, reaching hearts far beyond their little village. Now let me introduce you to our billionaire hero, Mr. Hamilton. Mr. Hamilton is famous for his brilliant ideas and smart business moves. He lives in a world of glimmering skyscrapers, fancy cars, and the latest technology. But even with all his wealth, Mr. Hamilton sometimes feels something is missing. One day he heard about the Rahman family and their incredible act of donating a heart. Even though he is very rich, he was deeply moved by this simple, kind act. Determined to see this for himself, Mr. Hamilton boarded his private plane. Imagine flying in a plane that is almost like a flying office. The journey was long, and as he flew over mountains and rivers, he thought about what true wealth really means. When the plane landed on a small, rough airstrip near the village, Mr. Hamilton became both excited and nervous. He was used to shiny buildings and busy cities, but here, everything was calm and simple. Stepping off the plane, he was met by a smile. The villagers, who had heard of his coming, gathered to welcome him. Mr. Hamilton could feel his heart beat faster. He thought, I have seen many things in my life, but nothing as pure as this act of generosity. Once Mr. Hamilton arrived, a kind local man named Mr. Sarker led him to the Rahman family's home. Outside a small hut, the family was waiting. There was Mr. Rahman, the father, Mrs. Rahman, the loving mother, and their children, including a bright and brave little girl named Isha. They all wore simple clothes and their smiles were warm despite their hardships. Mr. Hamilton said in his calm, gentle voice, I have come to thank you. Your gift of a heart saved a life, and that act is worth more than any amount of money in the world. Mr. Rahman, with a humble smile, replied, We only did what we felt was right. Please come inside and share our meal. Our tea may not be fancy, but it is made with love. Inside the hut, as they sat cross-legged on a small woven rug, the conversation soon turned to the heart donation. Mr. Rahman explained in simple terms, A heart is like a pump that never stops working. When someone's heart cannot work on its own, doctors use a healthy heart from another person. For years, even with machines like the heart-lung machine, which acts like a temporary heart and lungs, doctors have tried to save lives. But nothing is as powerful as a real, living heart donated out of love. Mr. Hamilton listened with big eyes. He thought about those big advanced machines in his hospitals and how they help keep people alive. Yet here, in this simple room, it was the generosity of a family that made all the difference. The mix of modern science and heartfelt kindness made him believe that money is not the only way to save lives. As the day turned to evening, Mr. Hamilton invited the Rahman family to join him for dinner. Under the soft glow of oil lamps, the small hut came alive, with light and warmth. On the table were simple homemade flatbread, vegetables that the family had grown in a tiny garden, and a warm, tasty stew. The atmosphere was humble, but full of heart. During dinner, there was a mix of conversation, laughter, and quiet moments of reflection. Mr. Hamilton shared a little about his own life. When I was young, he said softly, I was helped by someone I barely knew when I was in trouble. That day, a kind heart reached out and saved me, and I have never forgotten it. Today, I want to do something similar. Then something surprising happened. The little girl Aisha, with her soft and sincere voice, said, my mama always tells me that the best gift is one given with love. We did not ask for money. We did this because we believe in sharing our heart with others. Those words fell like gentle raindrops at first, then like a sudden shower that soaked everyone. Mr. Hamilton's eyes began to tear up. He realized that this simple act, the simple decision to donate a heart, had touched him in ways he never imagined. In that moment, the air was filled with a deep understanding that true wealth comes from the love we share, not from flashy things or big machines. And then Miss Rahman added something that no one expected. We may have little in our pockets, but we have more in our hearts than most people ever see. Please use our story to remind others that kindness is forever. This statement shocked everyone. Mr. Hamilton felt a strong desire to help, not just this family, but the whole community. With a bright smile, he announced, I want to help build a better future here. I plan to build a hospital, a school, and a community center right next to this village. Together, we will use both modern science and old-fashioned heart to change lives. At that moment, the room filled with excitement. Even though Mr. Hamilton was a billionaire used to huge boardrooms and advanced technology, he understood that sometimes the simplest ideas, like love and kindness, are the strongest of all. As dinner ended and the night grew deeper, the whole family, along with Mr. Hamilton, sat outside, under a sea of twinkling stars. Mr. Hamilton took out a small board and some colorful markers. With a gentle, steady voice, he began to explain his plans for the village. Building a hospital is not as hard as it might sound, he explained. It is like putting together a big puzzle. We start with a strong foundation, just as you build your house with bricks. We add walls, windows, and a roof so that the hospital is safe. In our hospital, we will have modern machines. For example, we will have a device that works like a little robot to check your heart's beat, almost like a drum that keeps the beat of your favorite song. He went on to describe other things: computers in classrooms, electricity to light up every home, and safe water systems to keep everyone healthy. He even joked, maybe one day our machines will sing a song as cheerful as yours, Aisha. The children giggled, and the grown-ups couldn't help but smile. Mr. Hamilton stressed that these changes would not happen overnight. Great things need time and teamwork, he said, his voice full of hope and honesty. Engineers, doctors, teachers, and all of you will be part of making our dreams come true. Technology is very powerful, but it works best when it meets the heart and spirit of real people. Listening to him, the villagers felt like they were part of a big team. They imagined a future where children could run safe on new roads, where patients could get care in a modern hospital, and where every act of kindness was celebrated. Even though many of them were not used to big changes, they believed that with a strong heart and clear promise, nothing was impossible. In the early hours of the next morning, as the sun began to rise and paint the sky with shades of orange and pink, Mr. Hamilton made one final visit. He hugged every family member tightly. In a soft voice, he told Mr. Rahman, "Today you have shown me that real wealth is not in my bank account. It is in the kindness and love you share every day." The villagers, touched by his words, gathered around him, and for a moment, all the differences of money and material things seemed to vanish. They were united by one simple truth. Kindness is a magic that can change the world. Before Mr. Hamilton got on his plane to return to his busy city life, he promised, "I will be back very soon with my team to start building our hospital, our school, and our community center. This is just the beginning of a new chapter, not only for your village, but for every poor community that needs a little light." His promise was shared through a live video call with a famous doctor from a big city hospital. The doctor explained in simple words how heart transplants work using machines like the heart-lung machine, devices that help a patient's body keep working when their heart is not strong enough, all thanks to the brave gift of one family's love. That live video call, recorded with the help of Mr. Hamilton's smartphone, soon spread online. People from all around the world watched in awe as this story of bravery and kindness unfolded. The combination of modern technology with the pure love of a humble family was a powerful lesson for everyone. Now, my dear friends, let's take a moment to think about what this story teaches us. It tells us that even if you do not have a lot of money or many possessions, you can be rich in kindness and love. The Rahman family, with all their struggles, showed that a single act of giving, donating a heart, can bring hope and change to many lives. And Mr. Hamilton, the billionaire, learned that true happiness comes not from shiny gadgets or expensive things, but from acts of love that bring people together. This story also reminds us that science and technology are amazing tools. They help doctors save lives, build hospitals, and connect people, but none of it works without the human heart, the desire to care for one another. It is like sharing a favorite toy with a friend. That small act can bring so much joy. Before we end, I want you to remember this. Every act of kindness matters. Whether you share a smile, help a friend, or even say a kind word to someone who is sad, you are making the world a little better. Let's all try to be a bit kinder each day. If you enjoyed this story and feel inspired by the power of kindness, please hit the subscribe button below so you do not miss any of our future videos. We have many more amazing stories that show how simple acts can create big changes. Also, check out the video on your screen now. It's another story filled with hope and wonder that you will love. Thank you for watching, and remember, a little bit of kindness can light up the darkest day. Until next time, take care, smile often, and keep sharing your heart with the world.